What up, guys? What up? What up? Welcome to episode number 17 of Money Talks with REEZY Resell's, the show where we talk about money, we talk about Amazon, we talk about eBay. If you want to talk about or know about a way to make money online, this is the show to call into. I'm not wearing the shades today. I wish I was. I just realized it because I looked in the video. Super duper sorry, and accept my apologies for being late today, as well as apologies for all these dogs barking in the background. I'm sorry about that. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. If you guys have any questions for the live show, please submit them on my Instagram on the post that I made that shows the show logo and says live at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because that's when we go live on Mondays. If you're listening to this on a podcast, thank you very much for tuning in. And if you want to catch it live and actually participate in the broadcast, you need to be on YouTube on Monday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The dogs are barking like crazy. I'm actually going to go shut the door real quick. Give me a second so I can shut the door. I'm going to sweat it up for you guys. Hold up. All right, back. Dogs are barking like crazy. Super sorry about that, guys. How is everybody doing? How was your weekend? I was in LA this past weekend for softball for my daughter, Alyssa. We actually were in Hemet, California for softball, which is pretty much a BFE. If you don't know what that stands for, figure it out. But while I was there, I did an impromptu thrift trip. I went thrifting at 2 different stores, one of which I filmed live on Instagram, and I actually just posted it to my channel like 5 seconds before I was supposed to be live on YouTube, so I got distracted. But the good news is it's a super good live haul video. It's pretty raw. I wasn't using my scanner, so you get to see and hear my mentality about how I pick books based on when I don't have a scanner, feel, sight, touch, whatever. And Luna's in the video, so is Rosa, so is my boy Serge RVSD, and it's pretty funny. It's also easily the most cuss words I've ever posted in a YouTube video, so don't listen to that one in front of the kids. Don't let the kids watch that one. I'm sorry. I try to cuss less, but that's just not me. I guess I cuss a lot, so that's what happens. And yeah, so I put that together for you guys. If you have any questions, if you're watching I'm also on Instagram Live at the same time. And I don't usually do the whole show on Instagram Live. I try to. But if you have questions, submit them on Instagram Live. Put them in the chat right now. Put them on my Instagram on the curated posts. And I got something different for you guys. I want to go through a couple books today. It's actually, yeah, I know, books, right? But if you don't read books, you're not serious about taking life serious, because reading books is the easiest way that you can level up in life, in business, or anything. You want to learn it the hard way, or you want to read a book from someone else that already learned the hard way and condensed it down into a book. So without further ado, let me bring on the first book, Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. This book is has a super important part. I hold it dear to my heart, or whatever. I can't come up with the words right now. Side note, please smash the like button right now before you do anything else. Just smash the like button. Shout out to the moderators in the comments. We got Big Wes, y'all. We got the Posh Hanger. Thriftologist might show up. I don't know. He might be kicking it with this shorty. Who knows? Good for him. But I appreciate the moderators, and let them know you appreciate them too. So go and follow Big Wes, y'all, and Monica Gamboa, the Posh Hanger. Feel free to put your Instagram handles in the chat, guys, so that you get the love that you deserve. The other thing, we got Mike Poe in the chat. Mike Poe, he just had some Belinda's Brownies at Belinda's Brownies. No, that's not a paid advertisement. Does it count as paid advertisement if I get free brownies? I don't know. Either way, they're the best brownies on the planet. They're your mouth's best friend that you haven't met yet. So check that out at Belinda's Brownies on Instagram. But back to the topic at hand, Crush It. Cash in on your passion. Now, I would have never known. I don't want to say never, but I would have took me a lot longer to find Gary Vee and learn about him if it wasn't for this book. So one day I was sourcing books at a local Goodwill, and I came across this book, and it has the feel and look to it that would, be worth money. It's a trade hardback. It has a nice matte dust jacket. All right. It's not glossy and crappy looking. It's also green and black, which makes me think about money. And it also says "Crush It" on it, which struck me as a unique title for a book, because what weirdo, old, mundane person is going to title a book called "Crush It"? It's kind of like a younger phrase, right, for the youth. And so I scanned it. It wasn't worth money. But on the back right here, it has a quote from Tony Robbins, Kevin Rose, the founder of Dig. You guys remember Dig? Everybody remembers Dig, right? Tim Ferriss and Tony Hsieh, I don't know how to say that, Hsieh, Tony Hsieh, the CEO of Zappos.com. And the Zappos book, Delivering Happiness, is a must read. If you haven't read the Zappos book, Delivering Happiness, it's a true story of entrepreneurs grinding it out and just eating crap for 10 years so that they can eat caviar. It's a great story, and I highly recommend anyone to read the Zappos book, Delivering Happiness. It's one of those books that when I see it, I pick it up and keep it to give to other people, regardless of if it's worth money or not. Same thing with this book. So I picked this book up and I said, Gary Vaynerchuk, who's that? Whatever. But I read the book and he was spot on with everything. And I had always wanted to do YouTube, and I didn't really consider doing social media. I didn't even know what my passion was at the time. I do now. But yeah, so I read the book and I was like, yo, I got to figure out more about this guy. I got to track him down. So I tracked him down, YouTube, Instagram, started engaging with him. And then he gave me a shout out. I went crazy bananas. And I was like, yo, I need to really start doing this YouTube thing, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything. It's all in this book. Everything you need to know to cash in on your passion via social media. And we're living in a bubble, guys. This is the huge social media bubble that we're living in, the most exciting time ever. More exciting than Industrial Revolution, more exciting than anything that I can think of. Everything changes in like 3 months nowadays. So if you want to get ahead in life, pay attention to this man right here and read this book if you haven't. Like, hold on a second. Forget this book, because if you watch the show, you know what this book's about. You don't need this book. This book is amazing. Also, the Thank You Economy is good. Jab, 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 right hook is good. But really, you don't need to read jab, 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 right hook. Just the whole book is condensed into the title. It's done, right? But this one has actionable advice and tips and examples and everything. This will inspire you like it inspired me to kill it on social media. Trust me. So if you need any help with social media, hit me up. I'll help you. I'll tell you everything I know for free. But this book already has all the information you need in it. Trust me. I mean, you need to know technical stuff so you could be your own D-Rock or whatever, and I can help you with that. Obviously, Gary isn't telling you how to edit videos or edit photos or what apps to use or whatever or blah, 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 blah. But I can help you with some of that. And this book should motivate you and inspire you to chase your passions and your dreams via social media, which is going to be the easiest way that you can do it. Trust me. So I'm going to go through a couple other books real quick before I go into questions, Q&A. Please smash the like button if you haven't yet. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, welcome. And I appreciate you for coming here. And I would appreciate you even more if you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell alerts. Next up is this book, Time Management by Lee Cockrell. Lee Cockrell was a high executive in the Walt Disney Company. And this book is actually, I think I saw this book just sitting on the shelf in one of the gift shops at Disney. And I looked at it and I was like, time management magic. Man, I need help with time management. Who doesn't, right? And so then I looked into it and I was like, wow, this is legit, right? Like, I'm super interested in any type of corporate culture stuff that comes from Disney, because as you guys know, they create the best teams, the best customer service. Everything about Disney is the best as far as how they run their operation. It's truly magical. But in this book, let me see if I can find an example quickly to show you guys. This book basically just details how you can get much more out of your day and your life. And I've honestly read this book 2 or 3 times, and I need to read it 2 or 3 more times. So he shows you how he uses his day planner to efficiently plan out his day. Let me get you guys a good example. 1 second, hold on. All right, here, I think I found it. All right, so you can see right here, here's an example. Here's an example of the day planner that he uses and recommends for people to use. Come on, focus, bro. Focus. All right, there, we got a little bit of focus. It's not entirely in focus. Anyway, so the key tenements of this is that he writes out, using the day planner that he uses, he writes out his to-do list. So he writes from the top down, he writes everything he needs to do that's for personal. And from the bottom up, he writes everything he needs to do for that day that's for business, right? So separate 2 lists on one paper, your personal list and your business list. Your personal list, your health, your fitness. You need to spend time with your wife, your kids, go on a trip, plan that vacation, whatever your work needs. You know, you need to list 100 items. You need to check your feedback. You need to call that wholesale contact, whatever it is. And then the beauty of it is how he has his system planned out with the way he marks the things in the list. So once you write everything down, you label everything. So if it's urgent, it gets an asterisk next to it. Urgent means I'm doing it this day, guaranteed. Vital, it gets an A put next to it. If it's important, you put a B next to it. And if it has limited value, you put a C next to it. Then when you get done, you number all of them. So you consider both lists like one list, and you go through all the asterisks first, and you number them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the order of importance. Number 1 being the most important. So you're going to do asterisk 1 before you do asterisk 2, no matter what. Then 3 and 4 and so on. And if you finish all the asterisks, then you go to the A's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you go to the B's, and if you happen to make it through the B's, you go to the C's. The thing is in the book, he even says, he's like, usually I'll get all the asterisks ones done and all the A's done and maybe get into the B's, but hardly ever does he finish the B's or the C's in one day. And what that lets you know is, they're not that important to you. And so if you don't finish a certain task, it rolls off to the next day, right? So if you don't get through all the asterisk ones, then you're going to put those on the next day as another asterisk. If you don't get through all the A's, transfer it to the next day as A's, and so on. And it's incredibly, incredibly useful to just have. I mean, if you don't write to-do lists, I don't know any entrepreneur that doesn't have a to-do list. To-do lists are very huge. And you have to write your to-do lists. You don't have to, but I prefer to write mine the night before because I want to wake up with my game plan ready to go. Game plan in action. If I have to wake up and wonder what I'm going to do or spend 30 minutes writing a to-do list, my chakra is not aligned. I like to keep my chakra aligned. And what I mean by that is that I don't have to think about what to do. I just like to go because I'm a momentum type of person. I don't even like to eat sometimes because if I eat, it slows me down. So I like to just get at my to-do list and just start crossing stuff off left and right. Every time I cross something off the to-do list, I'm super duper psyched. So that is extremely, extremely useful to have that system to where you label things by their importance, and then you go into the importance level and label them by how important they are inside of that group, it's amazing. But that's like the whole gist of this book. Really, you don't even need to read this book if you just understand what I said. But it's still useful to have it on your hand. And he talks about procrastination and talks about if things are important to you, you'll schedule them. He even stuff that I thought was like ridiculous, like put on your schedule, spend time with your wife, ask her how she's doing or whatever. And he puts that on the to-do list. And now I do too, which is immensely useful because I'm so busy. I try to do so much stuff. I'd like to say I'm a mad genius. I'm probably just mad. And if I don't have that guiding beacon of a to-do list to help me get stuff done, I don't know what's going to happen. So that is a major key. And that is a REEZY recommended reading right there. I just came up with a sick title, REEZY recommended reading, Time Management Magic by Lee Cockrell. After the show's over, I'll edit the description to include links to those to those books. And yes, they will be Amazon affiliate links, which means I get compensated if you click on them. Thanks to the FTC and the new rules they just made, I'm supposed to disclose all that stuff to you guys. So revenue alert. Anyways, Next thing is like 3 different books, and I don't really have too much to say about these books, but like when you see books like this, how to buy, sell, and profit on eBay, you should check it out. There might be something in there that you can learn. How to buy, sell, and profit on eBay. Definitely something in there. I mean, who cares if you read a book and you don't learn anything? What's your loss? Not too much time, right? Even the act of reading a book expands your mind. It calms you. You're making neural connections in your brain. So even if you don't learn anything, which I doubt, you'll probably take, one nugget out of any book for sure. But the next 2 categories of books are super, super awesome. So this book, Buy It, Sell It, Make Money. I got 100 books on my bookshelf like this. Buy it, sell it, make money. Any book that's about this type of stuff, I always keep it and at least flip through it and read it once. That's the greatest thing about being a bookseller, is that you come across massive amounts of knowledge and you can keep it, read it. If you don't like it, sell it later or whatever. Getting books for $0.25 or for $1 or whatever. You gotta put your star player first. So forget about that $9 or $15 profit you're gonna make. Read it first. And here's another pro tip: if a book is worth money and you're interested in it, you better read that book, because the chances are that there's some nuggets in there, and that's why it's worth money, right, guys? So this particular book, it talks about your guide to finding and reselling luxury goods for personal wealth. So they talk about, besides basic stuff, they actually show you examples of stuff that you could buy that's worth money. And this kind of stuff is invaluable, because I could spend my whole life searching eBay comps, but when you're searching eBay comps, your results are limited by your own mind and what you search for. When you look in a book like this that you didn't write, it's passive, and the author is guiding you through the knowledge, not yourself. So you're going to find stuff you would never find yourself. And you don't even have to read it all the time. Just go through and look at all the pictures so you know what type of things might be worth money. Another one, these kind of books are a dime a dozen, but I still like to flip through them because there's massive amounts of knowledge in these kind of books. They, check it out. There's tons and tons of, well, this one doesn't have a lot of pictures. What a dinger for me, seeing as how I'm on live. But there's just tons and tons of knowledge. This one has a bunch of suppliers in the back, which is, don't put suppliers in your book because your book is dated by now. But anyway, so the moral of the story, even though that was a complete fail on that book, is that there's these books, then it's like 101 things to sell on eBay, 25 things to sell, whatever. Grab that book, the antique garage sale and flea market book. Grab it, especially if it's in a niche that you sell in, and just flip through and look at all the pictures. Like, it's good to read that or to look at the pictures. Like, you're tired, you're not trying to do any work. Just sit back on the couch with a beer, with a coffee, whatever, and flip through it and look at all the pictures and download those pictures into your brain database, because you don't know what you don't know, and you can't even see what you don't know. Trust me, every one of us could go into the same thrift store and we're knowledgeable about different stuff. You could pull stuff off the rack, off the shelf, that the other seller in front of you, who's supposedly an expert, didn't even see. It's like how they say the Native Americans couldn't see the ships when Christopher Columbus was coming. You can't perceive stuff you don't know. So I advise you to download as many visuals into your brain that will allow you to notice more items when you're thrifting that can make you more money, right? So put those pictures into your brain and just pack this thing full of knowledge. This brain instrument, you need to pack it full of massive amount of knowledge so that you can use the instrument to tune into the universe, right? You need to know things. That's how you get the job done, right? Now let's go into some of these Instagram comments. I hope some of you guys are getting some value off this. Sorry to just rant super crazy about stuff you didn't expect, but I'm trying to improve the show a little and come at you guys with some new topics, some new curves, and just provide more value that's less mundane, especially for the REEZY Ninjas that tune into every broadcast, because I know you guys are tired of hearing me answer the same questions. Although I'm not tired, and the new followers aren't tired. They're very happy to have their questions answered, and I'm so absent-minded I probably forgot I've answered it before. But I want to provide specific value to everybody, and hopefully I can do that. So one thing is, If you have ideas for show topics or things you want me to cover, not specifically single questions, please submit those in the comments of any of the Money Talks video. I read and reply to every comment on my YouTube channel, and I appreciate all the feedback and topic suggestions from you guys, as it allows me to create content for you. So there wouldn't be no REEZY Resells if there wasn't you guys to listen to me. It would be me talking to a dead wall. So let's go into this comments real quick. World Class E-commerce says, what is the weight per pound to ship pallets for myself from my area? So it depends where you live and how far your fulfillment center is from your location. But when we ship to Oakland, which is like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours max from where I'm at, I'm going to say hour and a half. We went from doing 25 cents a pound, which was the lowest we could get it with UPS or FedEx, to 9 cents a pound, which is a 60% savings on shipping. So if you want to look into, or you should, every one of you guys should look into shipping via LTL freight with Amazon and saving a ton of money on your inbound shipments. It's not difficult at all. Just click the LTL freight button and go through the process. It's very simple. You don't need a loading dock. You can do it in a residential neighborhood, and they will show up and they will just roll the pallet up with a pallet jack, load it up and say, "Bye, Felicia," and you'll be all good. But that 60% savings on shipping is ridiculous. That's a major key to success with Amazon FBA is pallets. Everybody I know that's doing $1 million plus, pallets. That's it. Hit up Watch Me Amazon, pallets, all day pallets. If you're not doing pallets, get ready to save 60%. You might have to have more than one pallet. Like I get a 60% savings at one pallet. My boy Yasim in Minnesota, sorry for putting you on blast, Yasim, once again. He has to ship multiple pallets, maybe even 3 pallets to get a closer rate because his fulfillment center is farther and there's a different LTL freight carrier. It's not the same carrier all the time. So let's go on this real quick. Ivan says, when your shipment gets split to different locations and you have an oversized item, will increasing the quantity help to get it to the same location? The shipment is 40 books and 1 DVD player. At first, it got split to 4 locations. Then I got all the books to go to the same location, but I'm not able to get everything together. It's because it's a big item. Yes, it is. You'll never be able to get that oversized item to go to that fulfillment center you want it to go to because Amazon has specific fulfillment centers that deal with oversized items. If you've been selling on Amazon for any considerable amount of time, you will notice they have certain fulfillment centers for certain things. So they have fulfillment centers that specialize in books or in apparel or in shoes or whatever. They must have, I don't know exactly, but I'm assuming they have different rack systems, different storage systems, etc. in different places. So it's not just that they're putting it where they think it should go to get to the customer best as far as distribution of supply is concerned, but sometimes it's just them making their job easier because they specialize in shipping certain stuff from certain warehouses. I got to get a drink of water. Hold on. Gordon Shumway says, activated my FBA account last night. Get ready for 100 annoying questions from me, brother. I'm ready, bro. Come with the annoying questions. Water break. You got to hustle hydrated. Let's see. I've heard so many talk about a death pile, and I already purchased 1,000 pieces of vintage. Best way to process without going crazy. So I'm not an expert on eBay, but you need to just do the damn thing. So attack it. Get a system going. I prefer to photograph everything first. And I even like to photograph my items in a way that makes it so I have less work to do. Like tell the story about your item with the photograph. If you can photograph the item with the tape measure on it so you know how big it is, that's amazing. Your buyer doesn't have to ask you. You don't have to write what size it is. It's listed. It's in the picture. It's obvious what size it is. It's in the picture. Put a ruler next to it. They know what size it is. Those kind of things. Create templates and then create templates on the computer, sell similar, right? And then from your phone where you took the pictures, go and add the pictures on mobile and post from mobile. You want to post from mobile so your items are mobile friendly because you get more search results on that. Let's see. It's going through. Shout out to Nicole State for coming back to the internet. We missed you, Nicole. Let's see. R Breyer 23 HD says, I'm fiending for a new episode. I got you, dog. What is the best way to scoop up local textbooks? So here's the best way to scoop up local textbooks. First of all, you want to put advertisements out. If you want books, you need to put ads out, right? If you want them to come to you, which is much more efficient than chasing them all down at Goodwills, you need to advertise. So put ads out on Craigslist, on Facebook Marketplace, on your car. Get bumper stickers that say I buy books with a 1-800 number on them, or with an Instagram handle on it. Cash for Books, your location, at Cash for Books, your location. Put those stickers on your car. Put them on your mom's car, put them on your friend's car, pay people $5 to put them on their car, or whatever. Anything you can do to get the word out. Buy a banner at the local college and get a banner made and ask if you could hang it up and pay a fee to get it hung up, in the common area at the college during the end of semester. Go talk to the bookstores, make relations, you know what I mean? Go make flyers that say, what you do and how much you pay for books, and then go around campus at night and slide them under the doors of all the professors' offices. Professors got books, trust me, right? Another way to do it is just to go at it guerrilla status and go one by one, looking at all the books on OfferUp, Let Go, Facebook Marketplace, whatever. Craigslist, did I say that? You could even use a website like If This Then That to set up a trigger alert that will email you or text you or Twitter you or whatever when books are posted on Craigslist. That way you could get the jump on the books. So, for example, a search in the free section for books, and then you get alerts when that comes up. You're going to get a heads up on everyone else that's, they're only searching it once a day or 4 times a day or whatever. You're going to get a text when the new stuff is available that you're interested in, and then you just go make the deal and go get it. There's a lot of crazy ways you could do it. You could create a presence around, like I said, at Cash for Books, your location, and then you could make a Snapchat geo filter, and then you can drop that geo fence around the college during the end of semester season when they're doing book buyback. And trust me, college kids are using Snapchat, right? So my demographic is like 18 years old to 45, 80% males. And most of my demographic, they're not really using Snapchat so much. They're much more heavily on Instagram, especially once Instagram started just ruling super hard. But college kids, like 18 to 25, under 30, they're much more likely to be using Snapchat heavily. Trust me. Instagram is super, everyone follows like 10,000 people on Instagram. So they can never get to their friends' stories. They can never get through all the stories. But most people probably only follow like 100 people or less on Snapchat. Most of them are probably their IRL friends, in real life friends. And, a splash of like DJ Khaled or Kylie Jenner or something, not a lot of marketing going on Snapchat. So you can kind of cut through the knife, or whatever the heck I'm trying to say, by using Snapchat to get the job done. Mike Poe, how'd you like those brownies, bro? For real though. Let's see what we got here. The Runaway Book says, do you have any tips on how to grow a solid Snapchat following? In your opinion, is Snapchat still in the social media game, or is Instagram just going to take over? That's a very, very good question. I don't know the answer in full, but I was just hanging out with Garrett Jenner. He has like 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. And he told me that he has 33,000 friends on Snapchat, and he still gets 30,000 daily views on Snapchat, which is heavy. And then he told me the same numbers for Instagram, and it was like his amount of followers on Instagram versus the daily views he gets on his story was less than 30%. But then again, he's 19 years old, so it's a different demographic. He's a skateboarder. He makes funny YouTube videos, skateboarding YouTube videos, whatever. Go check him out, Garrett Jenner. Dude's amazing. He's one of the reasons that I started doing YouTube, because he's a local, and he was able to inspire me by showing me things like his bank deposits and being like, yo, dude, go get this YouTube money. It's real. And so I was like, whoa, like I thought the ship had sailed or whatever. So I don't think Snapchat is gone. They're heavy. It's just in the younger demographic, but they're going to grow up, right? My daughter, who's 16, and her friends, they all prefer Snapchat over Instagram for the reasons that I discussed earlier. There's just too many people on Instagram. It's hard to get to the stuff that you want to see on Instagram. But and something else that I learned today, this is big, guys. A lot of people don't know this. I didn't know this till today, but I was sitting next to a young app developer when I was at Garrett's house, and he has the new iOS 11 update because he has the beta or whatever on his phone. The iOS 11 update includes a QR code scanner in the native iPhone camera. So you don't even have to do anything. If you point your iPhone camera at a QR code and it sees it, it will scan it and give you the option to link out from the iPhone camera. Mind blowing, right, guys? So Snapchat, watch out, because you're not the only QR code scanner anymore. It's going to be native in the camera. I predicted this like a year ago, guys. You could rewind it back, Money Talks #1, and hear it. But anyways, I don't know if it'll work out still, because traditionally QR codes have been super duper nerdy. And, you know, people know what to do when they see a Snapchat code. They scan it with the Snapchat app. And the Snapchat camera cannot scan regular QR codes. I don't think so. So I'm not sure if that's going to work. I don't know if the Apple integration of the QR code scanner is going to work either, but it's definitely very, very exciting. I see Apple having to roll out some marketing to train the consumer to learn how to do that. And we don't know how that's going to go, because traditionally QR codes are straight nerdville. I mean, they've been around since I was like 15, and they never took off until Snapchat started killing it. The other thing was, I just read an article today about Snapchat coming out with the Spectacles version 2, which I'll be the first person in line to get. And I don't know when they're going to come out, and there's no solid information. People were just trolling the US Patent Office, and they saw that Snapchat applied for some patents for the spectacles that have to do with AR, augmented reality, virtual reality, etc. So expect something crazy from Snapchat in Spectacles version 2. And obviously, hopefully, they're going to fix all the problems that were with Spectacles version 1. So I don't think Snapchat's going anywhere. I'm definitely worried about the company, considering from a financial standpoint, because they're not doing good. Like, if you're a stock trader, you don't want to touch Snapchat, I would imagine. But I wouldn't count them out. You know, they got the spectacles. That's going hard. They got the fact that they trained everyone to scan QR codes. That's very good for them. And they got Bitmojis, which is also huge, huge. People be using Bitmojis on all platforms. It's becoming integrated into our daily life, and that's huge. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Snapchat went the way of the dinosaur, but the Bitmojis stayed, you know, and went into the future or whatever. But like, people are slipping in general. Like, why is it that I go to the movie theaters and there's posters on the wall for the new movies that are coming out, but there's no Snapchat code on the movie poster that I can scan to see the trailer on my phone? I didn't go to marketing college, but you guys are slipping on that hard. Julio Velez says Cavs or Warriors. Obviously, I'm going to say Warriors, bro. I'm from the Bay. Steph Curry all the way. But side note, I don't watch sports, guys. Like, I forgot about basketball completely until it was finals again. And time goes by so fast for me that I swear it was finals like last week, last month. Time goes by way too fast. I got to do way more cool stuff, so that time seems slower. Time going by way too fast. But for the record, Warriors. Everybody say Warriors. Shout out to E40. Charles Eder says, what are the best settings for FBA scan, and what plan should you purchase? I can't tell you the best settings, because that's up to you and your business model and the cost of the stuff that you're buying. But you should be using database mode, and you're going to need live mode as well. So you're going to need the Pro, which is database plus live, which is $40 a month, which in my opinion is ridiculously cheap. If you're listening to this not live, there might be a new scanning app that's out called Scout IQ. Their Instagram is @MyScoutIQ. And if you sign up, make sure you use my link or my sign up code. That way your boy gets his referral commissions. And yeah, I might get a commission from that if you use my stuff. So it's going to be the best scanning app in the game. It's going to have Apple Watch integration. It's going to have a ton of new stuff that FBA Scan never had. But if that app's not out yet, FBA Scan is going to be your only option. There's actually no competitors in the US for FBA Scan currently. They're the only ones with database. Yeah, I hope I answered that for you, Charles. Shane Reckhurst, Shane.Weckhurst says, do you listen to what the app says on a book if it says negative profit and not buy it? Some books ranking well and selling high are saying reject it, even small books. I don't really understand how they reject or accept a book. What do you go by? So the accept or reject, that's part of the settings that you put in the app. So you need to dig into the app settings, and you should know this. If you're going to use this app to run your business, you should have pressed every possible button on the screen, dug around in all the settings. I mean, there's a tutorial that you can get inside of the app that will email you the instructions. There's annotation for the screen, etc. But that's just a product of the settings, and the default settings on FBA Scan are extremely conservative. So I recommend you changing them to settings that fit your business model. It's a little tricky to set the settings on FBA Scan, and that's one of the things. Hold on a sec, guys. That's one of the things that Scout IQ is going to fix. They're going to have a little wizard that you go through and you answer the questions. And when you're done answering the questions, the settings are set for your business model. And that's a huge thing because the FBA Scan trigger settings is pretty much, it's a mind F. It's not good. It's very terribly made. Don't recommend it. Yeah, so just get on that. I don't actually use triggers. I've been in the game for 13 years, and I don't use triggers at all. Like if I'm at a book sale, I'll set a trigger. I'll set one trigger for whatever the rank is. Holler at me in the headphones if it's worth over $10, merchant fulfilled, or whatever fits my business model. It comes up, I look down at my scanner, and I press live if I have to or not, and I throw it in the bag. Just throw it in the bag. Got it? Just throw it in the bag. But triggers are not necessary for your success in the retail arbitrage business, in books or anything. You should be able to look at the screen and assess all the data in 1 second, in half a second. I also don't like to teach people triggers because I like to teach people how to fish, not give them fish, right? So I'm sure you guys have figured this out. If you followed me for any length of time, I would rather teach you how to succeed than tell you what to do. Because once you know how to succeed and how to be successful, the sky's the limit. If I just tell you how to do this and you do that, then something changes and you don't know or have the methodology in your head to adjust and pivot and have a good sense of what to do, right? Like it's actually a disadvantage because I know we're in the era of spoon feeding and people just want to copy you. They don't want to read. They don't want to Google. They don't even want to YouTube anymore. They want to DM you and get the answer right now, which I understand, but I don't respect that. If you do not know how to Google stuff, like, and I'm not talking about just going to Google. I'm talking about advanced Google techniques. Step up your Google foo. It's ridiculous that in 2017, a lot of you guys don't know how to Google properly. You never Googled using a plus sign or a minus sign or using quotations or using an asterisk. You got problems and you need to fix those because Google is the most valuable tool on the planet besides the cell phone. But I mean, you access Google from your phone. So like that's not an apples to apples comparison. But in 2017, if you don't know how to do advanced Google searches using plus, minus, quotations, asterisk, you are slipping and you are missing out on a chance to find the information that you need, like with a razor-ish precision. Razor-ish, is that a word? I don't know. Anyways, let me get another drink of water. Water drink. So let's see. Casey and Sam from the Great Flipping team, they said, how many books do you need to do a pallet shipment? If it doesn't weigh a certain amount, is it better to not do a pallet? Thanks. Definitely. Because if it's under a certain weight, you're not getting the optimal, you're not getting a good savings. You might not even be getting any savings. So for me, in my location, it's about 350 pounds is where it starts being worth money, where I'm saving a decent amount of money. If it was less than 350 pounds, not really saving any money and it's not worth doing it. But 350 pounds or more, I'm saving 60%. Excuse me, guys. And like I said in the previous answer, that will vary from location to location because of the distance of your fulfillment center to where you are. Let's see. So in regards to the previous question, there was a person named Tone or Tone something, Toan, and he was on my live when I was doing the announcement about get ready for the show earlier, and he was being very persistent and basically telling me to answer his question now. And I was like, dude, you could call into the show or you could post it on my Instagram and I'll get to your question. And I told him straight up, bro, that's rude and ridiculous that you are asking me to answer your question right now. You're getting free help and you're demanding? Who do you think you are? That's ridiculous and rude. Very rude and disrespectful. However, he did say he understood and he changed his ways or whatever. So I will answer his question. And he said, I sent in a shipment to Amazon and it said no listing exists for this item. How do I fix this? So this is a problem. What happens is you need to create listings for these items, and then you need to use the same exact information that you used to previously list them. So go into your inactive items or wherever they're showing up. You need to download the report and you need to copy those columns out into an inventory loader file, and you need to load them as FBA inventory and create new listings via the inventory loader file. If you do it right and all the information is exact, you will make new listings and they will link up together. If you can't figure it out, please call Amazon. They're there to help you, right? There's also Amazon seller forums. If you search this no listing exists for this item using quotations and then put plus Amazon plus seller forums, you will find this question being asked and answered many, many times on the Amazon seller forums. Trust me, it's there. We've all been there. That's where you're going to find your answer. A lot of people don't know Amazon has seller forums. You don't need REEZY Resells. There's all kinds of answers on the Amazon seller forums. Make an account, go on there. Like, they might not be the smartest tools in the shed or whatever, but there's definitely information to be had on there. Shout out to Big West, y'all. Shout out to Monica Gamboa, the Posh Hanger, for helping me moderate the chat, basically giving the boot to people that aren't all that. Peddler in Paradise says, when you scan a book and it gives you 3 different dates, one is just the year and the other 2 are a month, day, and year, how do you know which one to select? You open up the book and you go past the title page, and after the title page on every book, the next page is going to be the publishing information page or the copyright page or whatever you want to call it. I'm not a book wizard, or maybe I am. Anyways, you go down and you find the most recent date. Like if it was published in 2017, it's going to say 2017. If it says 2014, 2015, 2016, and doesn't say anything else, it's the 2016 edition. Obviously, it wouldn't have been printed in 2015, but had the 2016 date inside the copyright page. So you got to use the most current date that's available inside the copyright page. That's going to be the one that you want to use. Let's see. Antique Mom says, I have 5 loose leaf textbooks brand new I bought, but can't see an ISBN number without tearing open the plastic wrap. Can I send them into FBA? Thanks, from Stephanie in West Palm Beach, Florida. Yes, you can. You're going to have to title search those on Amazon until you find the one. So search up loose leaf, then the title of the book. And when you find it, boom, hopefully that's the one that you got. I understand your pain there, having to open it to get to the barcode. It's a little bit of a Pandora's box there, or a paradox, whatever you want to say. But just another tip on loose leaf books, because you just reminded me. A lot of people will find a loose leaf book and not know what to do with it, or it's in a dirty binder or whatever. Take it out of the binder, wrap it in saran wrap, and then tape it, or pallet wrap, whatever you have on hand. Wrap it up and then tape it on, and then just put the FBA label on the saran wrap. That's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to go into the YouTube questions right now. But if you guys have a question, type question : and then put it in the chat. If you guys want to call in, please do. The number is 209-83-REEZY. And I would love to help some of you guys with your specific problems, because I know you're not the only one with those problems, and we'll be helping other people as well. Definitely. Again, I apologize for being 10 to 12 minutes late on this video. Ish happens. As my man Forrest Gump says, ish happens. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm just going to do a roll call real quick. Shout out to Miners Treasures. He's always in there. The Major Buzzkill. Juicy J. Juicy J's on my YouTube? Dang, son. Ivan Pena. Miggity Mike. Yo, it's the Miggity Mike. Ecom Hustle. Posh Hanger. Hola, Posh Hanger. Let's say Day, Big West, y'all. Someone said, yay, no shades. You guys like it when I don't wear the shades? I don't like it because I do this a lot. I look down at the video of myself versus looking at the camera, and it makes me look like I have ocular difficulties. So shout out to Upscale Sales. He's just running on REEZY time, pretty much. Shout out to Tyrone Hedderington, shouting out his YouTube channel. That's pretty awesome. Shout out to Mike Poe, because I think he ate 6 whole Belinda's brownies in one night. I don't know if he got a stomach ache or not, but that's crazy. I could literally only eat a fourth of one of those brownies at a time. It's chocolate wasted on a serious level. Zen Flips in the house. TJL Resell. That's Zen Flips. See how you had to tell me that you're Zen Flips? You should have consistency across all platforms, bro. That's a major key. If you want to develop relations and network with people online, you got to be everywhere where those people are. But you need to have the same name everywhere for consistency purposes. If you have to say, hey, it's Zen Flips, you played yourself. And I'm just telling you that because I love you, bro. Let's Get Clicking Now says, hello, REEZY. Hey, what's up? Shout out to Arbitrage Architect, Brandon Park, Chris King. Now for you too. Dang, we got massive amount of people in here. Let's see. The comments are glitching out on me. We got Thriftology in the building. That's another one of our moderators, guys. So Thriftology, put your Instagram in the box so that these fools can follow you on your channel, because you deserve to be respected for the service you provide to me, and I appreciate it. Nutter Butter, shout out to your username, bro. Those are so good. Do you have tips for automating initial prices? How do you set your initial 2 or 3 waves? So that's a great question. So we upload our inventory at a fixed price. Let's just say it's $2,999.99. Then in Reprice It, we set template types by price to look for books that are priced just exactly that. And then that template is extremely aggressive and brings the price down to market value and adds 25% to it, because I know that it's a little too aggressive and it's going to be underpricing. So that's how we do it. Template type by price. Look for the ones that you uploaded with the very high initial price. That will bring it down extremely aggressively. And then from there on, that template will never touch those books again. It will only touch the books that you just listed. And then from there on, you have books, you have your templates go like this. Price them down to this. If there's no comparing offers, price it for $14.99.99. And then you make another template type that looks for those. That's even more aggressive, and so on and so on. You create a waterfall effect, and that's just how Reprice It is, because it's terrible software, but it's extremely valuable because it gets the job done and it's very, very cheap. For comparison, I use App Eagle to price stuff as well. And for the same amount of service, that cost me $350 a month, and Reprice It only costs $50 a month. So it's really valuable. Reprice It for what you get. I mean, you don't get the greatest customer service or the greatest software interface, but it gets the job done and the price is right, as my man Bob Barker would say. We got our first caller calling in right now. You're live on Money Talks with REEZY. Who's this?
REEZY, this is Drew right now. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you, man? Thanks for calling in.
I'm doing fantastic, bro. Another great time. I love the book that you're putting out there. I haven't gone through it. As a matter of fact, I won on a contest that you put out. So I'm definitely gonna read it when I get it from you.
Oh, are you talking about the Gary V book?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Crush it.
Hey, full disclosure, I didn't mail that yet. I'm gonna mail it soon.
Not a problem, man. I know it's pretty interesting, but no rush. I'm pretty sure you got a lot of things in your hand at the same time.
You got a question?
Bro, I don't know. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if you remember last time that I called last week. I asked you some social media questions about Instagram and this interesting project that I had in my hands where I had to build it up from scratch.
Right.
From an actual company. And today I was able to go to the office with a whole PowerPoint slide where I made this whole presentation about how I was going to grow the Instagram and how I was going to grow the Facebook. And I was able to close the deal with the company.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a monthly payment.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So,
I'm proud of you.
Super, super excited. Thank you so much. You definitely were part of that. I just wanted really you to know that as well. The social media world is definitely pretty cool, but for people like you or with people like you make it even a lot more awesome. Your resources and everything that you guys do is insane. So obviously now I have a lot of things in my plate with that because obviously I'm not an expert.
Right.
And I haven't built it. I've never built an Instagram to 4,000, 5,000 followers where I'm getting comments all over the place.
Fake it till you make it, baby.
Fake it till you make it. That's what's up. Now, do you know anything about Facebook ads, and how that will work?
So I don't know a ton about Facebook ads, but I can direct you in the right direction. My friend RJ Martinez, he knows a decent amount about Facebook ads because he was getting heavy into Shopify for a while. So if you follow RJ Martinez on Facebook or Instagram, and on Facebook it should say that he has mutual friends with me, so you'll find him pretty easily. Or if you go into my Facebook group and make a post about Facebook ads and asking for RJ, you'll find him. But his Instagram is RJ Martinez 2389, and he was actually on the last Money Talks number 16. The boy moves so fast. He's doing Amazon merch now.
Yeah. He was the guy that you were having the long conversation about Amazon merchandise?
Correct. Yeah. So, so his Instagram handle is actually in the YouTube comments on Money Talks number 16. And so just go follow him and ask him about Facebook ads, and I guarantee he'll be able to help you out.
I just started following him right now.
Awesome. RJ is the dude.
That sounds awesome, bro.
Awesome.
Sounds great. And then now I'm going to have to be playing with this Instagram account. I've already found different structures on how to kind of go about it. And obviously, some of the readings that I've been doing are pretty amazing as far as the structure. So I'm going to be working with that and definitely keep you updated, man.
All right. Call back again and let us know, man. I want to know how much money you're making in the next 30 to 60 days.
Absolutely. I'll make sure I'll do that.
All right.
Thank you for the tip on Facebook, too. I'll hit up RJ as well.
All right. Thank you, man. Have a good evening.
Thank you, sir.
That was awesome, man. I love it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I like putting money in your pocket more than I like putting money in my pocket. It's not exciting for me. Chasing money is not exciting for me anymore. I like teaching and I like helping you. I would rather help you build your business than build my own. I don't know why. It's just exciting for me. I love teaching. It's just like once I figure something out, it's not fun for me anymore. It's not exciting and it's hard for me to give myself to it. But helping you guys solve your problems, that's very, very exciting for me. And I know how it goes. There's not a lot of people on the internet putting money in your pocket. That's an acronym for PIMP, putting money in your pocket. Putting money in your pocket. Put money, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Put in money pocket. I don't know. Anyways, over here on YouTube, we got a comment from Kim Young. She says, "Hi, Reezy. I love selling kids books, but I want to branch out to preteen books. How can I find out what's popular?" Scan that stuff. Scan it. Just scan it. Like, I don't even know. Just scan it. I mean, you could go on Amazon and look at, the best sellers in the books, teenager category or whatever. But your best bet is to scan stuff until you're familiar with it. Once you've been scanning everything, scan everything. And when you feel like you don't have to scan everything because you're learning, that's when you're going to start actually knowing. And until then, that's my advice for you. Just scan everything. Get a scanning app, scan everything. Don't try to outsmart a database. The database has the information. Don't waste your brain space with database. You know what I mean? That's all in the computer. You're not smarter than a database. Don't waste your brain space as a database. Got it? Quote alert. Let's go in here. We got a couple more things. Oh, fools are talking about basketball. Is the game going on right now? That's definitely going to bring my views down. Sam ST says, should I start an IG account? I'm not on social media at all, or just focus on my business? Both. You should start an IG account as a FBA seller so you can network with other FBA sellers so that you can get the information and help that you need. You need to be part of a community. When you work from home as an entrepreneur, you don't have any coworkers, or you think you don't. You do. They're just online, and Instagram is the place where they're at. So Facebook groups and Instagram, particularly Instagram, is the hottest platform right now. And I really, really feel the love from Instagram. Looking over at Instagram right now, I'm getting all kinds of hearts, and I appreciate that because I'm also simulcasting on Instagram. And I don't know what it is. The community on Instagram is thick, so you need an Instagram, guaranteed. I just saw these stickers on my desk, and you guys remember I was talking about Garrett Jenner, who I was at. Check it out. He got his own stickers made for his YouTube channel. I need some of these made. Hey, Glenn, Hustler Hacks, I'm about to hit you up. I need some funny stickers for my YouTube channel. Check it out. Go check out Garrett Jenner. That's my homie. He's one of the reasons that I actually got started on YouTube. He inspired me. He's 19 years old, following his passion, skateboarding, having a good time, traveling, making videos. Let's go on to the next question. Let's see. And I see Tech of All Trade is in the chat. What up, Tech of All Trade? I'm about to make you a moderator real quick, son. Boom. New moderator alert. Cue the confetti. Those are my sound effects. Those were the fireworks that go off when you add a new moderator. We got a new moderator in the building. Tech of All Trade. Message that guy and tell him you want him to make more YouTube videos. I was actually at Home Depot today getting some supplies. And I was looking at the smart home equipment, like the door locks and the light switches that you can control with Siri or Alexa or whatever. And it's a little bit beyond me. I mean, I could figure it out, but I don't have the time to. But Ernson, Tech of All Trade, he already got it on lock. So where's your YouTube videos at, Ernson? I need YouTube videos about how to set up my smart home. Like, when I call you for that stuff, those are content ideas, and you should make those videos and then just say, here you go, REEZY. Here's a video. Leave me alone. Here's a video. That's what I do. Let's go. Finally went in and priced my units. Sales are on the up. Definitely, Rocco. Definitely. If you guys don't use a repricer, I guarantee you the day you sign up for a repricer will be the best sales day of your life. Guaranteed. If it isn't, I owe you $5. Bet that. Thanks for always dropping knowledge. Let's see. Big West, y'all came with the party emojis. Hell yeah. Hit the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Shout out to Glenn Zubia of Hustler Hacks. If you aren't following Hustler Hacks on Instagram, you played yourself. Glenn is an amazing individual, super nice dude, and he makes all my artwork. All this logo, you see this? He made this logo for me. He does all my artwork needs. So if you need some artwork, logos, hit up Glenn, Hustler Hacks. He's a thrifter, a reseller. Keep the money in the family, baby. You don't need to send it off to Upwork or Fiverr or who knows what. Holler at your boy, American made, getting paid, high grade artwork. Guaranteed. Let's see. What else we got? You seem to have a dope squad. We got people, man. That's what happens, man. I tell people, build. Here's another quote, right? I came up with this last weekend while I was in Disneyland. If you want to do social media, well, first of all, surround yourself with people that want you to win. That's how you win in life. When you surround yourself by others that want you to win because they care about you, you will never win faster than that. And that's what's happening with me. That's what's happening with all these people that are moderators in the chat that I'm showing love to. I'm helping them out. Whatever they want, I'm helping them with it. If they want to call me and get a 1-hour consultation, all day, free, because they've earned that from me by providing value and helping me. No doubt, guaranteed. So yeah, put out value. And I almost forgot what I was going to say, but build a network around your knowledge. So what do you know that will draw people to you, that when you share that information, they will be happy and they will hang around you like a network because you provided them value. So build a network around your knowledge. That's the fastest way to success. And you're never going to do it any easier way than with social media. Trust me, guys. And it happens in real life. It just happens way, way faster with social media. Oh, dang. Tech of all trade is watching the basketball game with the sound muted and listening to your boy. That's respect. Shout out to Ernson and Borat. Respect. Iron sharpens iron. That's what's up. Thrift in the Matrix. Gage Brandt said he signed up for eFlip 3 days ago. How you liking it, homie? If you guys don't know what eFlip is, promo alert. There's a 10-day free trial down below for eFlip. And yes, if you sign up with that, I do get an affiliate commission. Thanks to the FTC, I got to be disclosing this stuff now. But it's a great way. It doesn't cost you guys anything. It'd be the same price for you whether you sign up through my link or you sign up on their website. And it's a great way for you guys to pay me back for the value that I provide you if you feel that it's valuable. But more importantly, it's a 10-day free trial, and there's a link down there. So you can make money in 10 days, and then you can get out. I guarantee you're going to want to stay in because there's nothing like sourcing textbooks in your underwear. Nothing. At home, not at the thrift store. Do not go to the thrift store in your underwear to source textbooks. I don't recommend that. Not a good idea. Gage Brandt said he spent $400 already. Miners, I subbed. Thank you. Thank you. The iPad's going to die, guys. So if Instagram pieces out, I'm super sorry about that. But I'm going to go. Shout out to Doobie Ruby. That's another one of my homies that's chasing his dreams and passions. He's a skateboarder, a young skateboarder. How old are you, Gage? You're like 24 or something? He's a young gun, up and coming. The man is killing it. What did you do the other day, Gage? Like cab flip to back tail or something? Something ridiculous. Like I had the slow-mo needed slow-mo. If you're not a skater, I'm speaking like foreign languages right now, but follow my homie at Doobie Ruby. DOOBIERUBI on Instagram if you want to see dope skate clips, because the boy's on the up and up. You're probably going to be seeing him on TV sometime soon because he's just killing it. Let me go to some comments on Instagram to see if there's any. Let's see. Hey, speaking of repricers, I used it for about 2 weeks. I never had it reprice anything. That's from Oganricat. Like it's supposed to see organic cat, but it's all spelled weird. And he has a Thundercats logo, so I respect that. Thundercats, ho! Somebody send me a Lion-O sword, please, if you find one. But anyways, he said he didn't get any action off his repricer. So if you're using Reprice It, they have a thing called on the bottom of the settings, there's a checkbox. If you don't check it, it doesn't actually send your settings to Amazon. So you need to make sure that box is checked, or it's not actually sending your settings to Amazon. The other thing is, don't check that box at first. You want to make sure your settings are good. So you need to, before that box is checked, it will go through and like virtually reprice your stuff. And you could download the reports from Reprice It to see what wasn't repriced and why, and what was repriced and what template it used. This is invaluable information. If you're not getting the results that you need for that, you need to adjust and fine tune into those results are what you want, and then save your templates and go check that button and let it fly with Amazon. That's my advice to you. If you're still having problems, Ogangricat, I don't know how to say your name, DM me and I'll help you out. In case you guys want to know, the best way to get a hold of me is Instagram DM. I've been living in Instagram for the last few months. If you don't know what living in means, or like, I don't even know if people say that other than me, but I say it. And what I say when I say someone lives in Instagram, they live in Snapchat. I don't mean it's the only app they use. I just mean it's the app they favor and that they're in most of the time. So when you are a marketer like me and I post my content on Instagram, on Snapchat, on Facebook, on Twitter, I see who responds to it. Different people. I know all these people, but I see they like my post when I post it on Twitter. They didn't like it on Facebook. They're on Facebook. They didn't like it. They didn't like it or reply on Snapchat or Instagram, but they did on Twitter or they did on Facebook. So you start to know if you post it on Facebook, your true audience, your friends and family and anybody that follows you, they might see it. That's different people. You post it on Twitter, different people might see it. Gary V follows me on Twitter, so I post shit on Twitter. Maybe he sees it. Sorry for the cuss words. Different people, you know, if people are active on a certain app, that's why you need to be on every app, guys, because people live inside of different apps. And if you're not on those apps as well as all the other apps, you're not going to get to everybody. You're only going to see, like, some people will come searching for you and they'll come wherever you're at. But other people, they're only consuming your content much more passively. So when I post 2-minute snippets of my YouTube videos on Twitter, and then people who follow me only on Twitter like them, that's very big value to me, because they're likely to go back to my YouTube and subscribe because they are like, damn, REEZY makes super sick videos. And I do, you know, I'm biased, but I do. And so, yeah, I just wanted to put that out to you guys. It's important to be on all platforms so that you can catch people where they live. Let's see. Thrift in the Matrix says, Red Rocket says, I live in YouTube. Good. That's awesome, because that's where we're at right now. Thrift in the Matrix says, I want to start a YouTube. I have an iPhone 7s Plus. Is that enough to start, or should I buy a vlogging camera? If so, excuse me, which one? I'm going to do a daily vlog, resell, DJing channel. That sounds super sick. That sounds amazing, actually, because I love DJing stuff. I never really went into DJing. I'm mostly just scratch DJ. If you guys never noticed, I got an invisible Scratch Pickles tattoo right there. ISP, DJ Cuber, DJ Shortcut, D Styles, Mixmaster Mike. Y'all know the deal. Put a 1 in the box if you know what invisible Scratch Pickles are. But anyways, I never really got into DJing so much. I mean, I have scratch, tractor, whatever, but mostly I just like to scratch because I feel like it's the best way to manipulate sound. Wiki wiki? No? All right. Well, yeah, scratching is super fun, guys. Trust me. So that's a great idea, and I would watch it for sure, especially if you somehow mix them all together like an amazing soup. But to answer your question, is an iPhone 7s Plus enough? Yes. My phone is an iPhone 6s Plus, and I could get the 7, but I know the day I get the 7, the 8 will come out. So I'm waiting for the 8, But the point is I started my YouTube channel using only my phone. I didn't have a good camera at all. And I did all my videos on Snapchat. So this is my advice to anybody that wants to start a vlog or start a YouTube channel. This is the easiest way to start a YouTube channel, and this is how I recommend you to do it. Grab your phone, pull it out of your pocket, hold it up in front of your face, and start recording videos and start talking. But the way that I want you to do it is the way that's going to be the most painless for you, because if it's too hard for you, you're not going to create content. You need to document, not create, and you need to do it in a way that's painless. So I highly recommend you to use Snapchat or Instagram to make your YouTube videos. And what do I mean by this? I mean, hold your phone up and record, hey, it's your boy REEZY. You thought I was dead. I've been resurrected. I'm back from the grave, whatever. You hold it up and you record yourself and you go through your day, but do it piece by piece. Use the Instagram story or the Snapchat story to virtually edit your videos piece by piece. Don't film it like this. Be conscious-minded of the fact that human eyes are horizontal and televisions and computer screens are horizontal. So film it in landscape mode. And yes, your Instagram followers might hate you for it. I feel like if you're providing enough value, they'll turn their phone sideways. The other way to do it is get another Instagram account. So set up a second Instagram account and use that account just for making your videos. Don't even have to have any followers. Just turn it side. That's actually a great idea I just came up with on the spot. So get a secondary Instagram account, turn your phone in landscape mode, and start making some damn content. You film the clip, 15 seconds. If you like it, press plus. Now that's on the story. Go to the next clip. Go to the next clip. Occasionally throughout the day, go watch your story and see how you like it and just add to it. And what happens is this creates a really organic vlog because you're building it as your day goes along. So just naturally, it's a story because every day is a story, right? And if you need examples, go watch my YouTube videos, the early ones, like the first 50 YouTube videos I made all of those on Snapchat in landscape mode. So at the end of the day, you save your entire Instagram story or your entire Snapchat story, and then you post it to YouTube. I recommend Instagram because you get 15 seconds versus 10. But trust me, guys, you don't need a good camera. You don't need much. Everything you need is in your pocket. It's not about the gear. It's about the story and the knowledge. It's not about the gear. It's not about the quality. All that stuff makes it better, but versus not having anything, this is way, way better. And like, just to think about, like, when I was 15, or no, I had a kid when I was 15, but when I was like 13, I washed dishes for a whole summer, just so I could buy the cheapest VHS-C camera that Walmart had. And I think it was like $249 or $349 or something. And I made great skateboard videos on a VHS-C camera, which I still have and are on YouTube on my personal YouTube account, which is Mike REEZY. And I made plenty of great videos that I'll cherish those forever. Those are memories, right? And this is way, way better. This is 4K. 4K. You got a 4K camera in your pocket. Is good enough, right? Is good enough. Don't make it hard for yourself. Like how Gary says, document, don't create. And other people always say, like, the best camera is the one you have on you. You always have this thing on you. So combine those two tenements into, like, if it's hard to use, you're not going to use it, right? So just make it easy on yourself and do what needs to be done. If you start to get traction and you don't give up after 50 videos, then maybe consider getting a better camera. I got a Canon G7X. That's what I use. They're like $500. They're probably $400 now. And I use some other cameras. I got a Hero 5 Session, thanks to my boy at Ian Sane, IANSANE. Follow the dude on Instagram if you want to see some examples of very creative content for your Instagram story. Ian is amazing. But he sent me a Hero 5 Session camera, and I love that thing too. But if I didn't have that on me, you better believe I would pull my phone out. I still use my phone on my YouTube videos, and a lot of the times you guys wouldn't even notice it. Like, sometimes I'll miss a clip and I'll go, oh yeah, I filmed that on spectacles. So I'll take the circular clip from the spectacles and I'll zoom it in till you can't see that it's circular, and I'll put it on the video. No one knows. No one knows. Even Casey Neistat says that he films time lapses with his Galaxy Note sometimes, or with his secondary iPhone or whatever. Like, it doesn't matter, guys. We are way beyond good enough. And there's a huge diminishing return in what you get as far as, you know, better quality gear or whatever. Like, yeah, the DSLR is sick with the lens, is super sick, but even myself, I don't think I'm ready for that. I think if I bought a big DSLR with the lens, like, besides my arm getting tired, I wouldn't use it that much, right? So you don't need much. What you need to do is put out content. So quit thinking about it and start doing it, all right? Seriously, guys, and tell everybody you know, because they got a phone, right? Like, if I had a phone, I wouldn't have washed dishes for a summer to get a video camera. I would have just used my phone. And even skateboarders now, it's not like get the camera, let's go skate, like, sometimes, but it's just like, hey, this 4K phone is good enough. You know what I mean? Like, you could fully edit a whole vlog or a whole skate video. And I even think there's been a motion picture shot on iPhone. So it's like, don't limit yourself, guys. You're definitely your own worst enemy, and you need to learn how to make it easier for yourself. Let's see. More questions. iPhone for YouTube is more than fine. Who sings the Party Like the West Coast song? Where can I get it? I love that song. Okay, so that song is actually, that song is owned by my friend Rich Money, who has a YouTube channel. I believe it's Rich Money Vivo. If one of the mods could go get that link for me, that would be great. And if you could subscribe his channel and show him some love and comment on there and say, hey, where's that Party Like the West Coast song? It would probably make his week or his month, because he shoots full-on music videos, and he, you know, the music industry is hard. Like, he's out here with like 100 views on a video he paid a couple grand to have shot and produced. I'm in that music video too. I shared it with you guys before. It's called We Ain't Gotta Worry No Mo. But so he owns that song, but it was produced by the person that he bought that song by, my boy Nate Wooten. He's not on social media, but he should be, because he's incredibly talented with music and singing. He comes from a musical family, musical background. And personally, I was disgusted that he wasn't doing anything with that Party Like the West Coast song. And so, you know, your boy had to use it and abuse it. I love that song so much. As a matter of fact, let's just cue that song up real quick so that we can just hear it, because It's just amazing. Here we go. Party like the West Coast. Whoop. Let me start it over. Party like the West Coast. I forgot I had shades right here. All right. So that song is the truth. It's seriously the truth. But yeah, I got to get him to upload it to iTunes or whatever so that you guys can get it. Because it's amazing. And there's nobody has rapped on that track yet, which I can't even believe. Oh man, I love that song. It's super dope. And that song embodies how we party on the West Coast. We just party. That's how we do it. It's always a party. Rich Money Vivo. He also has an Instagram. It's at Rich, and I came up with this name for him, which is a ripoff of old Richie Rich comic that I sourced one day from the Goodwill. But it's at Rich Money Casanova. At Rich Money Casanova. Like Casanova, but Casanova. Shout out to Richie Rich Comics because I jacked that from you, son. Let's see. Is everybody watching vlogs? I know I do, but I don't know many people who do. I watch vlogs. Like if I watch a YouTube video because I'm too tired to be productive, I watch a Casey Neistat video. I'll watch a Daily V video because I want to learn. I want to study those things, how they edit them, how they tell their stories. I really appreciate D-Rock's work. And so those are like two big influences for me. Obviously Gary V and Casey, but D-Rock in itself of filming and editing, I really respect that. And I like to learn from the stuff. Like you guys don't understand what it's like to be someone who analyzes everything because I can't watch stuff. I can't just consume it. I study it. I'm like, where's the angle? Where's the cut at? Edit to the music. What kind of music? Like, how are they telling the story? I don't just watch stuff. It's impossible. Even with feature films, I can't just watch them. I study the angles and everything and the cuts. It's out of hand. But I think a lot of people watch vlogs. I know my daughter watches vlogs. She watches like Disney people vlogs. That's what she's into. So she'll watch like Sarah Snitch, or she'll watch like Miranda Sings, or she'll watch just stuff like that. I don't know too many of them off the top of my head. Cameron Dallas or something. Let's see. Reseller Spotlight. They finally started a YouTube channel. Congrats. Let's all go hit it up. Neil Cedar says, I bought a $150 book for $1, tiny bit of mold. Any suggestions? Can I sell it? Yeah, it just depends. How bad is the mold? Can you scrape it off? Can you scratch it off? Can you sand it off with a little block with some sanding paper? What can you do? What would you do for a moldy book? Thought I was going to say Klondike, didn't you? Didn't you? Question. I have a friend who can rap on it. That's more like a comment, but sweet. Talk to Rich Money on Instagram at Rich Money Casanova. Go follow him up and tell him you appreciate him. Say REEZY sent me and ask him what's up with the Party Like the West Coast song. I'm trying to feel it. He won't let you feel it. Let's see. Yo, one more question here. Have you used Instagram ads and are they worth it? Yes, I have used a few Instagram ads. So what I was doing when I was using Instagram ads is trying to drive traffic to my YouTube. Now, I'm not the best at using ads. My ADHD doesn't allow me to learn how to do stuff like that. That's super slow. That's why I really like creating content, because I just press the button and there we go. We're making it. That job's getting done, right? But they work great. In my opinion, you need to write very long comments. That draws people's attention, and you should use videos, not pictures, videos. Videos outperform pictures on Instagram like 10-1. So I always recommend people to use videos when they're running ads on Instagram. Definitely look into that. In order to do ads on Instagram, you have to have a business Instagram account, which means you also have to have a business Facebook page and link it with your Instagram. And when you do those things, then you can do ads. You can also get insight into how many impressions you're getting. It's pretty crazy. I think I get like 250,000 or more impressions a week, which is it's a decent amount. It's enough to approach an advertiser and be like, yo, what's good with the sponsorship? Your boy's getting 250,000 impressions a week. I don't know if they'll respond to that kind of lingo, but at least in my head, that's how it goes. how are you partying if you're sourcing and creating YouTube content? That's my kind of party. Making videos and creating content, that's my kind of party, man. Out here on the West Coast, growing up on the West Coast, I learned to value happiness more than security. So if you're not happy, go out that door and find another one, and the party continues. You know what I mean? I lived in the Midwest in Kansas for a while. That's actually where I met my wife, in Salina, Kansas. And shout out to the Jayhawks, you feel me? And out there, they don't care about happiness as much. They care about security. They more have a mentality of like, well, screw your job, you know, whatever, you know, you need to work your job and get your money and you'll be all good, take care of your family or whatever. But no, of course you need to take care of your family and you need to get money, but you should be happy while you're doing it. And so, you know what I mean? Out one door, find another. There's always a million more doors you can open, guys. Close that unhappy door and find a happy door. Open it. Go through it. Nutter Butter with another question says, so your first template grabs books at the initial too high price and sets them all to 25% above the lowest MF offer. Then your second template is comparing books to FBA offers, etc. No, but close. So we compare to FBA offers first. And then if there's no FBA offers, we go to the MF offers. Big West says, I party every time I get that deposit into my bank account. Y'all know when you see Big West dancing outside of the bank, y'all know. Let's see. Put the book in a freezer to kill the mold. That's a good idea. I never thought about that. I was in Hemet this weekend, guys. Hemet, California. It's straight BFE, but I found some good stuff. I'm going to do a live haul maybe tonight. I got to drink a bunch of water after this and hydrate and then come back, maybe do a live haul video because I got a bunch of clothing. Not all for resale. A lot of it I'm going to keep for myself or for my wife. My wife found a super sick members only jacket. It's the popular style. It's khaki. It's like the exact same jacket that Mouth was wearing in Goonies, guaranteed. Shout out to my wife for having mad crazy style because I didn't even know about members only and she schooled me. Let's see. Ricky Analog in the building. Did anyone in here by chance send me a promo package from Espresso Parts? Maybe. Scotty just got a crazy promo package because he's doing things. Hey, guys, real quick, if you want to know about stocks, my business partner, Scotty G, a.k.a. at Ricky Analog. Let me type that out for you guys real quick. He's in there right now. He should be a moderator. I don't know why he's not. Hold up. I'll be slipping. Hold up, son. Get ready with those party balloons, Wes. We coming at another moderator alert. Boom, we got another moderator. Shout out to Ricky Analog. But sorry for blowing your speakers on that last pop right there. But if you want to know about stocks and how to make money trading stocks, stock market, stock, you need to holler at Scotty G, a.k.a. Ricky Analog. He does Stock Talk every weekday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know I just said every morning, but people have lives to live. So if you log on at 8:15 and he's not there, don't hold it against me or him. Everyone got a life to live, one life to live. But he's going to be trading mostly every single day anyways. So it's likely that he'll be doing his live show on any given weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Stock Talk with Ricky Analog. And it's incredibly valuable. I know I always want to learn stocks, but my ADHD won't let me, even though my business partner is a stock gangster. It's just a little bit over my attention and patience level. But it's cool to be able to tune in and learn passively or to post questions on his Instagram. I'm probably driving him crazy because I posted like 4 questions on his Instagram. But anyways, feel free to hit him up for stock related questions, or if you want to see the tune in for his actual live trading that he does. That's what the show is he's actually live trading and showing you guys what trades he's making and how he's doing it. But be warned, it's not a get rich quick scheme, right? If you want to get rich quick with stocks, that's how you're going to lose your money quick. You're going to implode your account and you'll be broker than if you were banging on Bitcoin before it blew up, right? So just check it out. Stock Talk with Ricky Analog, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I highly recommend it. That's live on Instagram. Instagram.com/RickyAnalog, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stock Talk. Red Rocket TV says 6 a.m. Mountain Time. He's going to come on YouTube soon. Pause. He will be delivering content to YouTube soon. Trust me. I'm trying to help him coordinate with that, how to film it, etc. Because obviously he's documenting. He's not creating. He's just documenting what he already does. So I'm actually kind of jealous because he has great content to deliver every single morning passively, 5 days a week actually. But yeah, YouTube coming soon. He just can't do live yet because of the new YouTube limits. So you guys need to subscribe to his channel. I mean, you can click on his name, I think. I mean, he's right there. He's on the YouTube chat. So he obviously has a YouTube account. And I don't know if he has many or if any videos up yet. But go subscribe to his channel and get ready for the videos because they're coming. Let's see. ADHD is good for quick trading. Maybe. TJL Resell, also known as @ZenFlips, says the show is legit, good, solid knowledge. Thank you. Thank you. He is on YouTube, but he's coming out the gate soon. Nutter Butter, another question. Have you tested the used buy box? I've heard it's often low FBA when no FBA is visible. I don't really have an answer to that question. We definitely do go for the buy box relentlessly like a pack of wolves because that's how you make sales. Bitcoin, man, I think it's at like 3 Gs. Shout out to my little brother who had like 3,000 in Bitcoin, and he bought it when it was like 600, probably off my advice, and then it went down to like 450, and he panicked and he sold it all for 450 each last summer for like $150 loss per coin. Had he held on to those Bitcoins, each one would be worth about $3,000 right now. So that's pretty crazy. He would have 5x'd his investment from 1 year, which nothing can do that. And I know Scotty is adverse against, yeah, Scott, you definitely can do it on my channel. You got my password, bro. Go for it. Bitcoin is a touchy subject for people, especially people that do stocks with real money and whatnot. But I had an epiphany the other day, and I just don't think that regular currency is going to cut it in the future. I just don't think so. I think we're definitely going to have a digital currency, and it's going to be blockchain related. And if that's the truth and it's a cryptocurrency, why would it not be Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin is the coin that we all identify with the most. It has the most IP, if you want to put it. Like, we are mostly aware of Bitcoin. Ask anybody about a cryptocurrency. If they even know what that means, they'll say Bitcoin. They might say Ethereum or whatever, but I guarantee they're going to say Bitcoin. They're not going to say Doji coins or whatever. So I think Bitcoin is important and should definitely be kept aware of it, and you should look at it. I don't know. People talking about it might be worth $100,000 a coin in the future, which is seeing how fast it rose up. You know, I don't doubt it. The reason why Bitcoin went up in value is because the reward for mining Bitcoins was halved this summer. I don't know the recipe to when it gets halved, but it gets halved regularly. There's a pattern to it. So essentially, people spent thousands, if not millions of dollars on computer equipment to mine Bitcoins for rewards. Don't make me explain that right now. And overnight, the reward gets halved. So they're paying their equipment that they spent $1 million on is only producing half as many Bitcoins. So the supply goes down. When the supply goes down, the value goes up due to demand every single time. Mother's Mustache, want to learn a little bit about stock. Always been interested, but never had someone explain it in a way I can understand. Trust me, Scotty G has the gift of gab, and he could explain it to you. He's probably going to write a book. I know he said he might not, or he might, but I'm just going to say he's going to, because he should. Because the way I look at it like this, guys, if you've studied anything for like 4 years or whatever, and you learned that the hard way, think about it like this. If you wrote a book and condensed everything you knew about it at the current moment in time, and you traveled back in time and handed that book to yourself, but said, hey, bro, it's going to cost $10, but it's going to save you 4 years, would you buy it? Of course you would. So that right there proves that there's value in your knowledge, and also that you should write a book. How do you and your business partner share profits? 50-50. But yeah, we do have a salary. My bro made Bitcoin miners, but they are too slow now. Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, where's the REEZY coin? Bitcoin is the crypto of the future, but it has no real intrinsic value, which worries me. Money has no intrinsic value. Paper money is not worth anything, right? Like, it's not worth anything. If we all agree that it's not worth money, it's not worth money. Even gold is not really worth anything. It's rare, but I mean, what? Like, you can't eat it. It's not going to give us jewelry. Like, jewelry's, who cares about jewelry? I mean, I want some gold on my neck, but like, for real, I'd rather have a sandwich. Shout out to JJ Marley, plugging the love out there. Yeah, even Ricky says neither does fiat currency. My dog, Denzel voice. Let's see. Gold doesn't back the dollar anymore. Nope. Can you imagine that? I actually have money that I found in a book, and it's so old it says it's a silver certificate. So apparently in that time you could take the money into the bank and exchange it for silver. But yeah, obviously not now. So pretty crazy. Let's see. Has anyone done a video on hiring people to source books? I think Nathan Holmquist from Book to the Future has done a video on that. I might do a video like that, but you know what I mean? Like, you need people to source for you. You got to pay them. You want to pay them per hour. You want to pay them per book. It's not a lot of, if you want it, you'll figure it out, right? Like, it's not that hard. Goldschlager. How small is too small for a first-time FBA shipment? Nothing's too small. I mean, you want to hit like 20 pounds per box or whatever so that you can at least not pay $1 million for yeah, Simon says resell. That guy got some videos about that. I think some resellers like having partners like Craigslist Hunter. Definitely, man. Having a partner is the way to go. I like to say that I'm ADHD and Scotty is OCD. So together we form like Voltron. That didn't make too much sense, but it's the truth. Zoom Hangouts. Yeah, those are good for mastermind groups or whatever. Get your people into your little group, start talking to them. Rocco says, that's why our money feels like plastic now instead of metal. They're literally whittling down the metal. It's trash, straight trash. My Apple Watch just notified me that I got a 1-star feedback on Amazon. So I'm going to have to go deal with that. The way that I deal with that typically is I refund the order. Then I reach out to the customer and send them basically, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. And then they will, with instructions on how to edit or remove their feedback. And, you know, would you consider reviewing your feedback with instructions? And then they will go hit that up, and hopefully they will take the feedback off. If they don't, I will contact Amazon like the next day using the feedback removal tool, put the order ID in and zap it. Hopefully it goes away. If it doesn't go away, I will get on the chat with Amazon and just tell them whatever I need to tell them, make up some story to make their head spin and get them to remove that feedback. If they won't, I close the chat and open another chat. If they won't, I close the chat and open another chat. I'm getting that feedback removed. Believe that. The Asian entrepreneur says, which kind of books to search for? What kind of books do you buy that gets you the most money? Textbooks, bro. But all books. We don't grab books like using our eyes. We use a database with a barcode scanner. You scan it and you're good. It tells you what's up. Like I said, what did I say earlier, guys? Don't fill your headspace with database. Like, don't try to outsmart the database. I said something witty. I forgot it already. Let's see. The Tech of All Trade got my back, says scan all books. All your books are belong to us. Nonfiction is the best. That's how I get tech support done, Reezy. Definitely, man. What about like fiction, romance? LOL. Are you trolling us, the Asian entrepreneur? Those are the books that you shouldn't be looking at all. Nutter Butter question. Do you prefer going 25% above MF if there are no visible FBA offers? Yes. Have you ever tried using different percentages above MF based on the book's current sales rank or other variables? Not really, because you're not able to do that. You can't make those kind of templates and reprice it. And you can't use too many different percentages because they only allow you certain ones. All right, shout out to Ricky Analog. Tune in to his Stock Talk weekdays, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you later, Ricky. Do you sell to Book Scouter? Yes, I do sell the books that I'm unable to monetize to Book Scouter when I get books in bulk. Yeah. No, we're just giving you some tough love, Asian entrepreneur. Don't trip. He said he just started in books, bro. Thanks, smiley face. We're all good. Question from Herrera says, do you know if old school books are good buy or just the current editions? Scan them. Don't use your brain when you got a database in your hands. Scan them. First editions definitely going to be worth money, especially if it's a popular book or if it's signed. I don't recommend selling first editions on Amazon. I recommend selling them on eBay. It's a collector's item, and it should be sold on a platform where they can see much more pictures of the item. And I just feel like eBay is the place for collector's items like first editions and signed books. Nutter Butter says, where can I see videos of you skating? I have another YouTube channel. It's Mike REEZY, because in the skate world, I'm known as Mike REEZY, and or just REEZY eventually. But originally, it was Mike REEZY. My last name is Resendez, which apparently is too hard to say, so people started calling me REEZY, Mike REEZY, etc. But it's Mike space REEZY. Go check it out. There's videos of me skating from when I was like 16 and early 20s stuff too. The Asian entrepreneur says, how much shipping cost is an average box of books cost when you send it to FBA? You're going to look at about 25 cents a pound for a 50-pound box. So 50 divided by 4, which is $12.50 per 50-pound box, if I did my math right. I don't know. Dropped out of school in 10th grade, so don't judge me if I'm wrong on that. Anyways, guys, I think this is pretty much it. That's the end of the show. Please remember to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you don't already. I really appreciate all of you guys tuning in. If you liked the video or any specific parts, please comment on the YouTube video, not in the live chat. Like when the video's over live, the live chat disappears. But if you guys have ideas for topics or ways that I should take the show, or people that you would like to see me interview on the show, please put those in the comments section on the YouTube video after it gets posted. Have fun watching your basketball, kicking it with your family, and hustling hard. And reach out to me on Instagram if you guys need any help. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been a REEZY Resells broadcast, and if you ain't flipping, you slipping.